Okay.
Hey,
I'm gonna allow the public to come in. There's Susan Ma, or someone just left, so it's only I'm Sandy Ma.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'd like to call the meeting to order for the Hawaii State Ethics Commission. Today is September 3rd, 2021, and the time is 9:01. For our minutes, I'd like to note all the participants on this meeting. I'm Commissioner Chair Melinda Wood. Vice Chair Fong, are you present?
Here.
Commissioner Galti,
Present.
Commissioner McCarthy,
present.
Commissioner Tobias.
Present.
I'll also note the presence of staff, Executive Director Gluck, Associate Director Yoza, staff attorneys Chalk, Neifert, Chang, and Campbell, and computer specialist Patrick Louie. Are there any members of the public joining us who'd like to identify themselves at this time?
Morning, everyone. Sandy Ma with Common Cause. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Welcome.
Morning.
Oh, I see another name there. Susan Ree. Is Susan there?
I'm
Go ahead. Hello.
hello.
Hey, Bill.
Is Carol, she's inside?
I'm not sure. I think so.
Sarah Ree want to identify herself? Well, I guess we will proceed. Okay. So no,
My meeting folder up. See this? I don't know. I'm
hello, Jenny, what's up?
She's talking to someone else. I just muted her. I think we're okay to go on, Chair.
Oh,
Wrong
okay,
number.
great.
Might be
Okay,
wrong
the
number.
first item on the agenda is item 1, consideration and approval of the minutes of the August 19th, 2021 meeting. The
May I-
commissioners have comments.
May I
Yes,
raise the point of order?
sure.
Are we here on a meeting or are we here to discuss the timeline for the selection of the next ED? And if we are, well, if we are, maybe do we need to go into executive session?
Yes, we will do that at the right time.
All right.
We're hoping we can squeeze 2 sets of things together here in this meeting and still
Alright.
stay on time.
All right.
Okay. Minutes of the August 19th meeting. Does anybody have comments or corrections? Does any member of the public wish to testify? Anybody, anywhere?
Madam Chair, clarification. Is this the sunshine minutes or is it the adjudicatory minutes? Which one are-
Sunshine,
Sunshine. All right.
yes. Okay, do I have a motion to approve the minutes of the August 19th Sunshine meeting?
So move.
Second?
I'll second.
Okay, Vice Chair Fong.
Aye.
Okay, Commissioner Galti,
Aye.
Commissioner McCarthy,
Aye.
Commissioner Tobias. Hello, did we lose Commissioner Tobias?
No, I
She's
left it on
muted, I
mute.
think.
Aye, sorry.
Oh, okay. No, most of us leave it on, make noise and, say the wrong thing at the wrong time. And the chair votes aye. So we're good with that. Okay.
Madam Chair, there's a message from Susan Reed to everyone.
Yes, what does Susan?
Yeah, I'll respond to you. Thanks.
Okay, so you're communicating with her? Okay, good. Thank you. All righty.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome.
I'm gonna have to shut my video. My internet's a little bit unstable now, but I'll be listening and on the call.
Okay. And would you like to say anything about yourself? Even though we can't see you?
Absolutely. I am a lobbyist. I'm a new in-house lobbyist for a special interest group here in the state. And so I've been perusing different websites, government websites, and I saw this link here, the Zoom call, and I am really just here to find out information, gathering information, learning as I go into this new arena of work for myself. So it's a pleasure to be here, and I'm all ears.
Great. We always love to have lobbyists pay good attention to the ethics rules. So thank you for being here.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. So next on the agenda is item 2, consideration and approval of the executive session minutes of the August 19th, 2021 meeting. And so do the commissioners, Dan, is it okay if we have public comments at this time? We're just talking about the minutes, yes?
Right, so the public is always allowed to testify on any item, including on the executive session minutes. If the commissioners have no changes to the minutes, you can just vote on those in open session. If the commission wants to make changes to the executive session minutes, then I suggest we go into, or that the commission go into executive session to discuss changes to the minutes and then come out again. And then we'll have executive session minutes for next time too.
Oh, God. So do any of the commissioners have comments or corrections to those minutes? No, okay.
Nope.
And does any member of the public wish to testify on this item? What was it in our minutes?
Dan, there's somebody talking in the background. I'm getting distracted by that conversation. Is there any way to find out where that's coming from?
I think the only people who aren't muted right now are the commissioners. So it would be from one of the commissioners if there's any feedback right now.
You sure? I'm hearing it. Sounds like Patrick's voice, but I'm not sure.
Patrick's muted. He's the one listed as Ethics Commission. If the commissioners would like, each of you can mute yourselves while you're not speaking. That may help with some of the feedback, but I don't see anyone else who's on the call right now who would be contributing to that.
Well, I know what I hear. I hear somebody talking in the background, so I'll try to mute mine and hope everybody mutes there so we can figure out what's going on.
It seemed to have stopped now.
Yeah. Okay. Something happened.
Okay, so if everybody's able to focus back on the question here, may I have a motion to approve the minutes of the August 19th, 2021 minutes?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Okay, I got you, Wes. So roll call vote. Vice Chair Fong,
Aye.
Commissioner Gralty,
Aye.
Commissioner McCarthy,
Aye.
Commissioner Tobias,
Aye.
and the chair votes aye. So we will move on to agenda item 3, which is the executive director's report. Take it away, Dan.
All right, thank you. Because we had to finish the meeting folder before the end of August, I didn't have complete August statistics. I hope you all can see my screen now, but these are the updated stats for the month of August. So attorney of the day a little bit down. That's sort of normal for this time. There tends to be a little bit of but the complaints are still heavy, and we're still working real hard on it.
Dan, I'm having a little trouble hearing you. I don't know if you could increase your volume.
Sure, I can try maybe shouting a little bit. I'm not sure how to.
The background conversation is back on, by the way.
Okay, hang on. Let me try one thing. Hang on one second. All right, can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Okay, great. I can't hear you as well, but as long as you can hear me for right now, that'll work just fine. Okay, so as I was saying, we when we put the meeting folder together last week, we didn't have the complete August stats. We now have those, so I have those up on the screen. I hope you all can see those now. As I was saying, the attorney of the day a little bit lower in the summer as usual. But our complaints are still coming in pretty strongly, and so the staff has been working to close those out. I can leave this up for longer, but I'm going to stop the share and sort of go back to the regular meeting. But let me know if you want to see that again. Otherwise, we are scheduling trainings with, we've got a mandatory training scheduled for early October for there's one new representative and a couple other people who need mandatory training. We'll also be opening that up to the public. Again, it'll be a live Zoom training rather than in person. We also are scheduling, we're working together with UH to do a joint training on ethics and compliance issues and also on tech transfer issues. So we're working jointly with Office of Research Compliance and Office of General Counsel to put together a joint training for UH faculty and staff. So Key is taking the lead on that and hoping to have that training together within about a month or so, I think. And that's also stemming from the new legislation that that was passed, SB 589 on tech transfer issues that we had discussed a couple months ago. For the update regarding financial disclosure filings, I believe we're down to 3 board and commission members who have not filed. But otherwise, as far as we know, everybody else who was required to file by May 31 has filed. We still have issues of potential fines. We'll discuss those in the adjudicatory agenda. But in terms of the numbers and compliance, we've never done this well. So I'm very happy with how things are. And otherwise, in terms of miscellaneous office projects and updates, I don't know that I have anything. Staff, feel free to chime in. I'm very happy to report that Ginny is going to stick around with us just for another week to help clean up some projects. So she's still retiring, but we're very grateful for her, a little bit extra time from her.
great.
Staff, any other additions?
The only other addition was that Kogo, I think, sent out a notice indicating that they are switching to a all virtual conference this year due to the Delta variant. So it was going to be in Denver in person, but now they're going to be doing all virtual. And I think, unlike last year where you're basically watching taped recordings, which isn't very interactive. This year, I think they are exploring the capability of having like a Zoom event where you're able to actually chat with the presenters and have at least some level of questions and interaction. So hopefully they'll be a little bit more engaging.
When will we be getting the agenda for that conference?
I think the agenda, at least a rough session agenda is listed on the website. You maybe can contact Caroline and she can help you with that. Because it's all virtual, I don't think that it should be any issue in terms of your being able to access the conference. It's a matter of just getting the links or whatnot in terms of how to join those virtual meetings. But I would suggest contact Caroline and she can assist you.
Can you ask Caroline to send all of us commissioners a agenda for
Sure.
the conference? I don't want to start from day 1 to day whatever it is and sit there. I like to pick and choose.
Yeah, and hopefully, because there are like multi-tracks and oftentimes, you have conflicts, perhaps will be recorded. So you can always just watch the recording for a session that you missed too. So hopefully that'll be available, but I'll have Caroline send that out to all the commissioners.
Thank you.
Again, Bonita, I may have missed this. What's the date of the conference? Do you have that?
It's usually in December. I don't, I don't even know.
I think it's the 5th through the 8th.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'll have Caroline send that to everyone. And then the instructions or information that we get on how to register or sign up for that. Because that's very informative. That's like the one conference that we have for our ethics and lobbying information.
And for those new members of the commission, it pretty much, Ray and I have gone to, I think they're all the ones so far, but it's very informative. When I was a new commissioner, to find out what the other commissions throughout the United States are doing and how different they are or how similar they are and what kind of issues they have that may be similar to ours and vice versa. So I would suggest that if you can, just log into whichever one is interesting to you. The one that I like, and I'll just mention it, is whether or not sexual harassment falls under the code of ethics. Dan will understand that one. Yeah. Anyway, my pitch.
Yeah, and Chair is going to be a panelist, I believe, on one of the COCO panels. Sorry, it won't be in person in Denver, Chair, but
That's okay. It would probably snow anyway. But I'm guessing it also means that the registration fee is going to be less because you're not subsidizing coffee breaks and meals and all of that sort of stuff. So that might be good if they are lowering the price on registration.
yeah, we'll have to see. I don't know right now.
Yeah.
Can I ask Dan a question on his report? I'm just curious. Dan, because of COVID, has our numbers in regards to complaints decreased, increased, or remained the same?
I think 2020, we had maybe our highest number of complaints ever, and we're on track for another record this year. So I think, I don't know that that's COVID related. I think we've made a number of structural changes, including a web form and the anti-fraud hotline that should make it easier for people to file complaints. I think that's probably most of the explanation for the increase.
Okay, thanks.
All righty. So the next item on the agenda is Akana versus Hawaii State Ethics Commission and Daniel Gluck. Would you like to give any update if there is one, Dan, or say anything about it?
Yeah, I have no updates, Chair. Thank you.
No, okay, that was fast. Okay, so at this point, do we need to have an executive session, Dan, to talk about?
I think my take, Chair, is that probably if you're just discussing the timing, the job description, the application packets, I think all of that can probably be done in open session. I think it's always good to have as much openness as possible. If you're getting into discussions of individual applicants, if you're talking about how you're going to be rating applicants, like your scoring system, those kinds of things you can certainly do an executive session. You do have some discretion here, so it sort of depends on the nature of the conversation that you wanted to have.
Okay, so what's the will of the other commissioners? You want to go into executive session, or shall we discuss other things that can be in public session?
I have one question before we go into executive session, so that the public will know. Every applicant, do we have to interview every applicant, or can we look at all of the applications and narrow it down to, let's say, 5, and then do an interview for each? I don't know what
That's something that I think we have to decide, and we could do that in executive session.
Yeah, I can tell you, just as a legal matter, you're under no obligation to interview every candidate.
Oh, we don't have to interview every person who applies? Oh, that's
If I remember correctly, we did not the last time. We narrowed it down to 5, and we interviewed those, but the voluminous number of people who applied, we did not have to interview all of them.
The only reason I ask is maybe it's not analogous, but when we apply for the Ethics Commission, I believe the Judicial Committee doesn't have to interview each individual applicant. They don't narrow it down to the top 5 or the top whatever it is. I remember that we had 22 at one time. So that's the only reason I asked. But if we can narrow it down, that'd be great. Then we don't have to have so many interviews.
You know, it's been difficult getting people to apply for the commission. I don't think they have the problem that we're gonna have. So I think we can go ahead and make our own rules, as the chair says.
Okay,
So it sounds like we need to have an executive session to at least address some basic questions. So may I have a motion to recess the public meeting and convene an executive session pursuant to Hawaii Revised Statute, Section 92A, 92.5A4, to consult with the commission's attorneys on questions and issues pertaining to the commission's powers, duties, privileges, immunities, and liabilities.
Also move.
Well, we had a question, I think, from, was there a question?
Yes.
Somebody,
Yes, thank you. Before you go into
Okay,
executive
yes,
session.
sorry, Sandy.
Thank you, Chair. Will you be coming back to discuss any other agenda item, or are you just coming back to recess?
Well, we will, go ahead, Dan, please.
Oh, I'm sorry, Chair. So there will be, I assume there will be some discussion about scheduling future meetings. That's the last agenda item. And I assume that the commission also will come out of executive session to report on the timing for the application process too. And Chair, forgive me if that's not your, kind of not your intention, but that was sort of how I saw things going.
So Sandy, do you want to comment on this process? Or any?
No, I was just curious as to the timing of the Zoom meeting. But I want to thank Executive Director Gluck for having a very transparent ethics commission and setting the tone for that, and having a supportive commission members. And so from Common Cause Hawaii perspective, it's been a very transparent and a very good working relationship. So I want to thank Director Gluck for that. So, thank
Thanks,
you.
Sandy.
Okay,
I'll second the motion to adjourn to executive session.
okay. I guess we'll do a roll call vote. Let's see.
you need a second?
I second it, Terry.
Oh, you did, okay.
Okay, so Vice Chair Fong,
Aye.
Commissioner Gralty,
Aye.
Commissioner McCarthy,
Aye.
and Commissioner Tobias.
Aye.
Okay, so we're going to go into executive session. So I guess
Sorry,
we,
Chair, did you vote?
oh, I didn't vote. No, I voted aye.
Okay.
I just didn't say it out loud. I said it in my head. Fortunately, we have a very short little bit of an item left here, looking at our calendar for the future, which is already kind of off track. Okay, so we are at September 3rd, and we will not have a meeting later in this month. But our next meeting, it's redlined on your form to say rescheduled to October 20th, but now it is being rescheduled to October 15th. Please make a note.
Sorry, did we let members of the public back in? Or are there any?
Yeah.
There aren't any, but thank you. Yeah.
Leave them in the dark.
Okay, and then the November meeting will be on the 17th. And the December meeting will be on the 15th. Are we good?
We're good.
We're good.
Okay.
Good.
And there's the nice color-coded map or calendar They're also are we done with the sunshine meeting now?
Yeah, I think so. Staff, I don't know, do they need to vote on the other meetings? I don't think it's necessary. They voted at the beginning of the year, but I don't think we need to. So
I'll
then
move to adjourn.
yeah, thanks.
Okay, Commissioner Gralty moves to adjourn. Do I hear a second?
Second,
Thank you. Okay, Commissioner Fong,
Aye.
Commissioner Gralty,
Aye.
Commissioner McCarthy,
aye.
and Commissioner Tobias,
Aye.
and me, Commissioner Wood votes aye. So we're at the end of the sunshine meeting, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so